All right, welcome to the McLean Highlander podcast. I'm Ty, I'm a senior. We're really looking forward to starting this out, see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm Madie, I'm in journalism, we both are. We're hoping we can continue this throughout the year, make it mostly interesting for all you listeners, if there are any at this moment. But yeah, we can do some introductions.
Okay, I'm Kate, I'm a senior. I'm also in journalism, but also in broadcast journalism, so distinguishes me there.
All right.
Okay, I think Omar has a question for us.
If you guys had to dye your hair any two colors, what would they be?
If we had to dye our hair any two colors. All right, well, I have to say, only because I'm a giant nerd, it would be red and white, because Harley Quinn, and because she is my idol, in just a sense that she's a girl boss. Do not look at me like that, Omar. I see your face. Don't look at me like that.
That is a tough one. If I were to dye my hair any color, which would I? But that's not the point here. Probably just some random neon, maybe like pink and green. Those are good ones. Like that one show. What's the one show? The pink and green fairies.
What?
Oh, Fairly Odd Parents.
Fairly Odd Parents.
There you go.
Nice. Okay.
Does it have to be like fun colors?
It has to be any two colors.
Oh, I feel like maybe I should like a balayage, like a little like.
Oh,
I don't
what?
know.
That's not fun. Come on, give us
Okay,
a fun
sorry. Okay. I don't like red. And green.
How about red and silver? Make them McLean. We're doing
No, of
McLean
course. Okay, no, yeah.
podcast.
McLean.
Red and silver. There we go.
Perfect. There you
Red
go.
and
We are devoted to you, our listeners.
I'm not that devoted.
Yeah. Well, maybe eventually.
Maybe eventually.
Okay.
All right.
So what happened today, guys? Fun day for us.
Fun day. Well, we had the senior meeting, and that was rough because as someone who, for whatever reason, yawns during any time someone takes his photo, it was an especially brutal group photo for me because I accidentally started a 20-person yawn chain. Now I have to admit, I have to admit, admittedly, it is very funny. That being said, I also kind of ruined our senior photos in that I could not stop yawning. We do not know why this occurs. I have asked doctors. They do not know.
There is a phenomenon. Like, there are multiple videos on how much people yawn. But besides the point, I heard someone almost started a wave in the crowd. I would be so open to doing that. But there is a picture of the teachers. And I look at it every single morning when I go into my AP Gov classroom. There's a picture of all the teachers in their little panoramic. There's one teacher in the middle. Every other teacher is wearing a red, nice little Highlander shirt. That one teacher is just wearing a white shirt. They're just there. And I wanted to be that one person. I wanted to be that one person who was not wearing the license plate shirt.
Oh God, the
Which
license
also
plate.
was not capitalized.
Why are they
Did you wear
license
it?
plates?
I did wear it. I did end up wearing it.
Oh.
Yeah, I know.
Unacceptable.
I'm quite displeased that the awesome rad skater bro was not chosen. Also, I find it funny that you mentioned the wave because I can neither confirm nor deny that may have been me and also another person trying to start the wave multiple times.
I was really focused. I was like front and center. I felt like a lot of pressure on me to like be smiling.
And I was like blinded.
Story of my life.
I kept blinking.
Yeah, in the senior shirt, they didn't even get it right. I mean, they capitalized McLean, they capitalized High. They didn't even, and then the school. That's it. It was just school.
It's
McLean High School.
The
They
design.
spelled Virginia, right?
They did spell Virginia.
Virginia is spelled wrong in
But it
IDs. We do have Virginia.
It is
Virginia.
23 e-years. We were e-years this year.
You know, I have to admit, honestly, as messed up as the shirt is, I actually appreciate it because I really do think that it captures the spirit of our school in that we love it in its own little ugly pug way. It's a little messed up. It's a little deformed. Some things are falling apart, but
That's what McLean is.
it's our little messed up dysfunctional baby, and we
I thought
treat
it was the
right.
best shirt out of all the ones.
Well, Kate, objectively, you're wrong and I'm right, so you can.
There we go. That's our little recap
Man
of
moment.
McLean High School.
Let's move on.
Okay, well, for seniors, we know that this period from about September to November, January, if you're going for the regular, is the stress of college applications. And there are a couple monumental ones that you know, they try to make it as difficult as they want to.
Penn State.
Yeah, that's true. Ty, you wanna tell us a little bit about that one?
Oh, do I ever want to talk about Penn State? All right, so little story. A couple nights ago, I'm at home. You know, I'm filling out my Common Apps. I'm checking off all the honors colleges that I can because, you know, might as well. No harm that, you know, just applying. I go to the Shire Honor College. I click the box. To my horror, and I mean horror, 10 supplemental essays. I do not have time for that. That is not okay. That's not cool. Penn State, it's all right, but it's pretentious. It's pretentious.
But I love how McLean loves, you know, they send all these kids, it's super, super competitive school. And then when they're trying to prepare us for these applications, what do they give us? Oh, they gave us a booklet. They gave us
the comic book?
No, not even the comic book. A booklet of writing our personal statements or whatever, supplementals. And it's like these, I mean, these little things. I mean, what was it? They paid like $60 for these little books.
Oh yeah, they
Wait,
did.
let's give more context. So all the seniors met with their counselors.
They did,
and they gave us each like a book on how to write like your personal essay and like your supplemental essays. But it kind of was like a Die Wimpy Kid like spinoff. Like it had cartoons. It was kind of stupid.
So I'm just like, I don't understand. It is such a competitive school, and then what do we just get pushed into this process? I don't know. That's just my opinion, but
I feel like I think
that might be how it is for anyone. It is kind of how it is for anyone.
Yeah, but I feel like we missed a lot. I don't know. Maybe it was because of COVID, but I feel like I didn't get a lot of like personal essay writing taught to me in my English classes. I don't know what your guys' experience with that was. But
For me, I attempted to go to multiple college essay workshops and then didn't because I forgot, which is honestly it's honestly pretty indicative of how my entire college application process has gone so far. But the book was very funny because I received it and, you know, my initial thought was, okay, you know, we'll take a look, we'll see, maybe it's helpful, maybe it isn't, you know, can't hurt if I fill it out. And I'm going through this. It is literally a Diary of the Wimpy Kid book because I go through and I go home and I find one of my Diary of the Wimpy Kid books, the one that you fill out that I worshipped as an 8-year-old, and oh my god, it was the exact same thing. Like almost like verbatim, just the word bubbles, the outlines. I just, I don't know.
McLean isn't too, they kind of need to push. But as for me, I actually did not open that book. It is still sitting in my closet.
Me too.
Should I don't know. Should I use it for a dumpster fire at the end of the year? Probably.
Yes.
They were, I will give them, like, they were trying to do something. They at least tried. I think our issue with it is that they could have used that money for better things.
I don't know what you're talking about, Kate. McLean is in perfect working condition.
Oh,
There's
yeah.
nothing that needs
What are you
renovation.
talking about? Like, I think there's a floor on accident. I was walking down the hallway.
Do you see that tile over there? Sorry.
Yeah,
There's a missing tile in this room.
I know, and then I'm walking towards, and I stubbed my toe in this thing, like, and I kind of kick it. I didn't actually think, like, 4 tiles are just come off. This is right while a custodian.
Are you admitting to vandalizing the school?
I am, and I felt horrible because this custodian like looks me up and down. I felt so bad for him.
Absolute
Anyways.
menace. See, my horror story is it wasn't actually me. It was someone I knew who once went to the bathroom in Blue Hall, and that's the day the ceiling fell on him. And I mean that in the most literal sense. A part of ceiling panel fell out and hit someone on the head. And honestly, I wish that was the worst thing that has happened at McLean, even the best. It's not. It's just our school is falling apart. But at least we have books that we have never filled out and never will fill out.
So,
100%.
how are those essays, speaking of, how are those essays going for everyone? Are they finished?
So, you know, I'm talking to people, and this is where my high school experience and my college experience are going to intercept in a way, because I'm quite the procrastinator.
Same.
So the thing is, I took this to the extreme, and I'm procrastinating all my college applications. And unlike other people, I'm literally waiting to like the week before. Good idea? No. Do not recommend this for anyone. Do I have some of my personal statement? Maybe. The rest of it, we're just gonna have to see how that goes.
I feel that. I will fully admit that I currently have 2 days until the October 15th deadlines for Clemson and South Carolina. Have I submitted my applications yet? Of course not. I'm going to use every single hour that they have given me. That's their fault because they should know how much of a procrastinator I am. Will I make the same mistake for my November 1st deadlines? Yes, absolutely. That's just part of the pain of being me. But you know what? It's a learning moment. Will I learn from it? No. But
if these colleges are going to have to accept us, they're going to have to accept the true me that submits every single thing at 11:59. Like,
exactly. It's part of who I am.
Exactly. I think that should be a supplemental question. What time do you turn your assignments in at? And it's just not even a bad thing. It could be a positive thing.
It could be a positive thing.
If you spin it the right way.
That was a discussion I was having with my English teacher, actually, where I'll admit there have been a couple times where, I will turn in a project that should have been completed a week before, about 20 minutes before the class starts. And she's aware of it. She knows it. She's cool. Shout out Miss Emmons. But it's something that it's a problem. And I think we all know that procrastination is a problem. But, and this is a very important sticking point, as teenagers, we experience many problems in our lives. We have many complaints about problems in our lives. But do we actually want to fix them? No, because here's the simple truth. It is so good being lazy, and it's so easy, and I could work hard. Will I? No.
Have you guys ever seen the monkey TED Talk about procrastination? Because you know what, TED Talks, I feel like for the most part TED Talks are kind of fake, and I don't support them. But the monkey procrastination one kind of changed my world. Not really. I watched it and for 5 minutes I was like, this is great, and then I totally forgot about it. But I like TED Talks.
We're audio only, so you guys can't see this, but Madie had her mouth open for a cool 10 seconds after doing that.
I have a really good story about
speak
this.
on it.
Yeah, you go.
TED Talks is the definition of my procrastination. If I don't want to do homework, I will go on YouTube, and if it's for an educational purpose, I'm oh, this is fine. I'm learning something, even though my AP Lang homework is open on this computer, and I've been staring at it for 3 hours. I am learning something about, some random country, some economic, political problem. And either way, I've extended that sense of education. So I don't know if that's just me, but
absolute academic weapon. Oh, hold on. Omar, our boss, is going to take a little jump in here. Take it away.
I'm literally why this thing is published. Don't.
Okay, well, let's not go that far, Omar.
I literally am. So for me, I have a job. I have an online class where all the work is due on Saturday, and I work usually on Fridays. So I have to do my work 2 days in advance. Otherwise, it's just not going to get done. The way I procrastinate is I work on my college stuff. Because I'm this is still my more productive thing. This is the next 4 years of my life. I kind of prioritize this more, but also I have a C in that class. Is it worth it? I don't know, because who knows if I'm gonna get into those colleges or not. But I'm justifying it as in I'm doing something that is arguably more important, that is still academic, but I'm also still procrastinating my government work. And I'm sorry, Mr. Hoppick, if you are for whatever reason listening to this from Lake Braddock or whatever, I'm sorry.
And that is the vicious cycle.
And I'll jump back in here because, very funny. Ooh, hold on, I gotta put this back on. So, I think Kate mentioned the procrastination monkey. And this strikes close to home.
Do we need context for someone who doesn't know what that video is?
Okay, so.
It's a TED Talk.
Yeah.
It's a TED Talk where someone's talking about how everyone has a monkey in their brains. And
I did see this.
Yeah. This one, it's so funny, and people the monkey tells you to do your work. So when it's 11 p.m., you have an hour until the deadline. The monkey starts going crazy, do the work, and then you do the work. But some people don't have that monkey. Some people just don't do their work.
Yeah.
The monkey's not there, so they don't get the panic before the 11:59 deadline.
For the final 2 months of my freshman year, I'm pretty sure someone kidnapped my monkey because. And Mr. Farmer, the young one, if you're watching this, you will know what I'm talking about, man. I failed to submit a single assignment in my Algebra 1 class for 2 months. Now.
Intense.
Not great. He gave me the opportunity to make up for this because I was going to finish the class with a C-. And he tells me to watch this monkey clip. And I wish I could say it changed my world. The TED Talk.
What?
Yes,
wow.
The TED Talk.
Impactful.
Full circle. It was very impactful. And I want to say that it changed my life and that after that day, I never procrastinated again.
Okay, I
is
watched that
not
TED
true.
Talk and I was like, I thought about it for like a couple minutes and then I completely forgot it. So
That's true.
very different impacts there.
Yeah, but that just shows you the beauty of it.
Wow.
It can be interpreted
I
in
didn't-
many different ways.
I brought that up and I had no idea. I had no idea that impacted you so, so
we're-
heavily.
We're all tied by the monkey TED Talk spirit, Kate.
We are
Tied.
Just from a little
Tied.
monkey
No,
school.
no, we're not. No tie puns, please. I've heard them so many times.
And I think that it's time to move on to our next segment. Okay, all right, so here's a new segment. I hope to continue this as well throughout the podcast. And I am going to call it Highlander of the Week, or 2 weeks, depending on when we release this podcast. But basically, my way of doing this, go out in the hallway. In this case, I was in the library. Grab a random Highlander, and there you go. And here we are. We are joined by, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Alexia Bodet,
Awesome.
and
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm a junior.
Awesome. And I grabbed this random Highlander from the library. Why do you study in the library, Alexia?
Because I was absent the other day, so I needed to make up some work.
Oh, I see. Okay, good part of that. And just going through, this is a new podcast, and we like to tailor our podcast and our media to McLean's needs. So, what as a student would you like in a podcast?
Oh, I like a podcast with. I don't know how to answer this. I don't listen to podcasts.
Awesome. So basically, we have one listener. For the rest of you guys,
wrong.
yeah. So for the rest of you
Sure.
listening, we need more listeners. And will you sponsor our podcast? Can we have will you tell your friends?
I'll tell my friends about it.
Awesome. Now we have 2 listeners.
I have one friend actually.
Okay. Well,
I
you
have
and
multiple.
your friends. So perfect.
Yeah,
And just to end this with you. I mean, if you for next podcast, there's one topic you would like for us to cover. Is there anything that comes to mind?
What kind of topics have you already done?
This is actually our first podcast.
Okay,
We talked about
College apps.
apps. So anything besides college. As a junior, what can we include? Just make it something really.
Okay, yeah,
simple.
conditions in the school. Like what's going on in the school.
Perfect. I like that.
Sure.
Awesome. All right, Alexia, you are the first Highlander of the week, our first random Highlander for the podcast. And from the team and I have to say thank you.
Thank you as well.
So now we want to talk a little bit about Halloween. We're, I don't know how many days out. 30 minus 13.
Yeah, how many days?
That's like 18.
Oh, girl, don't make me do math.
Omar, what is it?
30 minus 13?
31.
17. Oh,
18.
yeah.
We're 18. That's a lot of days. We were over
Quick
2 weeks
math.
away from
As of
Halloween.
recording this.
As of recording this, that is true.
But I'm very excited. I think Halloween is one of my favorite holidays.
I
and
think it is
Let me
too.
speak on it because I have 2 holidays that I really enjoy: New Year's Eve, like New Year's, and Halloween, because they're not like family holidays and they're not religious holidays. So there's no like big expectations for like. There's not like a lot of requirements. Like I think the main thing is just to have fun. You don't need to like.
That is
be
very
worried about spending
true.
time with family, like meals, like awkward interactions.
I like that way. I like that way of thinking about it.
High reward. I like that.
Exactly.
But what are some of your guys' ideas for costumes? Just
Everything up until the costumes question.
that's fair.
Costume that is a good question. I feel like at this point I don't really think about that until the day before. I'll throw something together.
Procrastination, I like it.
I feel like a lot of high school seniors, they just take one thing and then they turn it sexy. I don't know about you, but like that is pretty much what I think like the vibe is there. I mean, I don't know. I mean, like Mickey Mouse, sexy.
Oh Jesus.
Donald Trump, sexy.
No. We're stopping there.
Wait, have you guys seen that like trailer of the like Winnie the Pooh horror movie? Winnie the Pooh is like it's like
Hopefully that doesn't affect it.
it's like free use, so like anyone can use it. So someone took Winnie the Pooh, like the characters and everything, aged them up, and are making a rated R horror movie based around like Christopher Robin, and like his abandoned toys.
You bet they are, Omar. And I, for one, love it. I think that Disney, for one, has a copyright on, or a monopoly on copyrights. That's a whole other story. But I actually really love the idea of taking like childhood loved figures and just turning them into bloodthirsty killers. I think it's a really fun way to like keep the love and energy stick with you, and I think it's a really interesting. It's a really interesting creative license.
So
I have to admit.
Kai will not be joining us, unfortunately,
For the next episode.
Okay.
For all the episodes,
For all the next episodes.
unfortunately. I think he needs to take a little time to himself to just, simmer down.
Speaking of which, I think it's time to end things.
Yes.
Sports.
So,
What?
Yeah, so basically, whether you like sports, whether you love them, whether you hate them, you have no
Whether
choice.
you like Tanner, whether you
Whether
hate
you like
Tanner.
Tanner, Coerr or not, you have no choice because for the next 60 seconds, you're going to have
45
Or,
minutes.
yeah, well,
We'll make it
60.
60. Don't worry about it.
This is another segment that we're going to do. We are calling it the 60-yard dash. We get a little brief moment of all the sports happenings around the school. So call yourself an expert because here we all are with the 60-yard dash.
All right, Tanner, take it away.
Hi, this is Tanner with 60 Seconds Sports. Recently, McLean football beat Wakefield 41-7 for the first victory of the year. They have a bye week this week and will take on the Herndon Hornets on their homecoming night next week. Field hockey senior night happened recently, celebrating the many seniors of the hockey team. Unfortunately, they lost 2-1 to Washington Liberty. The McLean cheer team went to district semifinals and finished with the third seed. They will go to district finals hoping to take home a championship there. Baseball recently had their Battle of the Bagpipes, their preseason match between the two teams in preparation for a great season to follow up their district championship run last year. Winter Green Days for sports are in full effect with basketball, wrestling, and more taking place in each area of the gym and wrestling room. That's all I got this week.
Well, thank you, Tanner, for that amazing 60-yard dash. And thank you to all of our listeners for jumping in today. We hope to catch you next time. We plan to do these bi-weekly, so look out for that on the Highlander website. Omar?
Yeah, check out the highlandernews.com. We've got like all the videos, and for like we've got videos, we've got the news show, we've got award-winning articles, sports updates, sports schedules, sports scores. Our first actual issue of the Highlander is going to be coming out soon. Make sure you catch that. The in-depth is about sports injuries and their mental effects. We've got some really good articles there. It looks really good. We're all really excited about it. So yeah, thank you for joining us today.
All right, bye.
Bye!
Bye.